Plans to improve the nursing shortage facing Wisconsin are underway in Rock County. The Department of Workforce Development predicts by 2025, 2 years, we're going to need more than 10,000 more nurses to keep up with demand. UW-Whitewater and Edgewood College created a brand new bachelor's in nursing program set to start next fall in Janesville. NBC 15's Marcus Arsvold shares how this could improve health care in Rock County.
Historically, if you want to become a nurse, you could take your prerequisite classes here at UW-Whitewater Rock County's campus. But for your actual nursing classes, you'd have to go somewhere else. According to nurse educators, healthcare professionals say that gets in the way of hiring more nurses right here in Rock County. Well, that's about to change as this fall, there's a new nursing program starting here. UW-Whitewater is about to become a home to future nurses who, for the first time, can get their prerequisites and nursing classes completed at their Rock County campus.
Typically, where nurses graduate is where they start to practice.
Construction is underway as UW-Whitewater clears out unused classroom space for new clinic simulation rooms.
I can't believe this is all happening this quickly, so we can't thank you enough.
Edgewood Director of Graduate Practica, Rachel Ickey, says it will make healthcare work more accessible for students in southern Wisconsin.
They can stay at home, continue, working in their current place of employment, living with family, if that's more financially feasible for them. And then graduate.
Curriculum includes clinicals at local hospitals to convince future nurses to stay and work in Beloit, Janesville, and other Rock County healthcare facilities.
Well, there are no guarantees, but typically what happens is the majority of nursing students, where they graduate, that's where they're going to get their first job.
UW-Whitewater Rock County Dean of College Integrated Studies, Tricia Clayson, says the new nursing program could help with declining enrollment.
In today's world, people are looking for different kinds of educational opportunities, and if we don't make those kinds of investments and put our efforts into that, then we do see problems with enrollment continuing, and so we are looking forward rather than backward.
The nurse educators I spoke with say Mercy Health has about 150 job openings that recent grads of this nursing program could take. The first class graduates in 2025. In Janesville, Marcus Arsvold, NBC 15 News.